Bacopa Monnieri is an Ayurvedic herb. It's been used for thousands of years, as far as I'm aware, in Ayurvedic medicine. And if we look at, you can find plenty of published data on this on reputable sites such as PubMed, Google Scholar. And what they show, although they acknowledge that it's a nootropic and things like that, and that's primarily why we sell it on a nootropics store, some of the side benefits of Bacopa are quite fascinating, particularly if you subscribe to the endothelial injury hypothesis model of atherosclerotic plaque generation. So let me translate that for you. Okay, artery, big plaque, yeah? Fibrousness, white blood cells, foam cells, fat, all that kind of stuff inside this, okay? And the proposed model is that you get a little scratch on the inside of the normal arterial wall, and the endothelial cells get a slight injury. And the proposed mechanism is a sugar molecule scratching the surface. So that injures the endothelial cells. They respond by becoming slightly inflamed, and they kind of lift up from the surface. And then LDL, or low density lipoprotein, which you've probably heard of, or VLDL, very low density lipoprotein, comes along and manages to get in there. Okay, so it's now wedged in on the artery wall between the endothelial cells. Once that LDL or VLDL oxidizes, okay, it sends chemical messengers along to macrophages, which are like the big street sweeper cells that come along and clean up all the crap in your body. They come along because it's oxidized LDL or VLDL, and they go in and they try and consume that so they can, but they become like bloated and they can't move, and they become what's called foam cells. So Bacopa has been shown to inhibit the oxidization of LDL or VLDL. So you can almost break that step, okay? Which then prevents the macrophages coming along, trying to consume the LDL, not being able to move afterwards, becoming foam cells, contributing towards the overall swelling and atherosclerotic plaque generation. So, for example, fairly extreme example, you see somebody outside a fast food restaurant and they're lighting up a cigarette. So they've just consumed a lot of cholesterol and now they're oxidizing it by smoking the tab. I'm not saying that if they were to have a Bacopa, they would be 100% fine, but you can see the link between the two. As I say, an extreme example, because they've eaten fast food and they're having a cigarette. They've got lots of LDL and lots of oxidization. For the slightly more health conscious amongst us, I would suggest that Bacopa is going to be quite efficient at inhibiting that oxidization. Now, you could say that, hey, I'll just take antioxidants. Well, that's good, but taking in exogenous, as in outside antioxidants, causes the body's endogenous or native antioxidant network to downregulate, which means become less efficient. Because you're piling stuff in, everybody goes, oh, I don't need to worry about it then. Great, calm down. And then when you take it away, you're not as efficient an antioxidizer. Which is why, although antioxidants are the latest hype and buzz, they carry a fairly severe caveat, which nobody seems to go into when they're trying to pimp their antioxidant products, of course. I used to be a big believer in antioxidants. I still believe in them, but they need to be pulsed now, so that you don't cause downregulation. And then you can use something like N-acetylcysteine, which is an amino acid, which is the body's rate limiting step in its production of its own chief antioxidant, which is called glutathione. So you might want to pulse your antioxidants with N-acetylcysteine and keep alternating the two. Anyway, that's a minor aside. Bacopa, very good, works as a nootropic, works as an anxiolytic. First time I took Bacopa, I found myself, or I kind of realized 2 hours later when I was walking through Tesco's, strolling through Tesco's, humming a bass line to myself, nodding to people, feeling generally really relaxed and super chilled. Now I'm a strategic military shopper. I get in, I get what I want, and I get the hell out. But I was totally blown away. This is me, what's going on? This is great, fantastic. I was so de-stressed and chilled in this high stress, combative environment for me. Great, fantastic, absolutely convinced that the proof was in the pudding. And it's not like I was even looking for the effect. It wasn't placebo, it was oh wow, I just realized this is what's happened to me. Great, fantastic. So it works very well as an anxiolytic, it works as a nootropic. If you take it in a high dose, it can, I wouldn't take it in a high dose before bed necessarily, because it can, that nootropic effect, you can be lying there kind of thinking and sparking off ideas, which is kind of counterproductive to going to sleep. But generally the anxiolytic effects are so fantastic that they can generally outweigh that kind of, it's not even a negative. That's why I like to take Bacopa during the day really, and then Bacopa with phosphatidylserine, i.e. something like NeuroChill in the evening.